What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. It is the Boston Pizza Oil Stream. Thank you very much for being here today. You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. If you are watching over on YouTube today, you can hammer the thumbs up for us and chime in and chat about the Edmonton Oilers as well. A fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food. Choose a main, side, and drink for only $15, ready in 20 minutes. Or your next lunch is on BP's. You trying to flatten that brim?
Yeah.
Are you talking to your mic there?
Yeah. How do I do this thing?
You're flattening the brim.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone try to. Will that work, or will it look weird because it's previously been curved?
I don't like the previously curved or the pre-curved brims.
Really?
I like a little curve to it.
Yeah.
But more like just a nice amount. So yeah, I try to flatten it a little bit. But not like a flat brim, you know?
Just like a little bit of a curve.
You know, you get some.
So how less of a curve do you need then on that right now, do you think?
Like this is okay.
Yeah?
It's got a nice, like this amount. Like, look. Like that's
okay,
all right.
so it's a little curve, but it's not too much.
Not too much. But
yeah.
Some curve to it.
How was postgame last night, buddy?
Quite pleasant.
Yeah?
Yeah, for good reason. I mean, that's a nice.
People should have been happy with the dub.
Yep. Some people getting, ahead of themselves. Not many, but some being very optimistic. Oh, the defense is so much better. Oh my God, depth at forward. Yes, last night, yes.
Yeah.
Against the Vegas Golden Knights,
I think
who have struggled.
against teams in the Pacific, we might view it like that.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, potentially playoff-wise, if the Oilers get in, which I still think they will, a good indicator. It's not the be-all, end-all. We know teams play differently in the playoffs. It's a higher level of play. But I think that was a good sign. And they're 2-0 against Vegas this year now, which is great. 2 more games against them. Still chasing the Golden Knights in the postseason race. A real opportunity to, assert themselves in the Pacific Division. Maybe even win it, although Anaheim's played well. Tough loss for the Ducks yesterday to St. Louis.
Yeah, that's a stinky one. Like, imagine if that happens to the Oil.
Oh,
people are going to hate that.
Furious.
Yeah, they're going to hate that. That's not good. PJ over on the YouTube chat, the nasty chat, says, Tommy and Dusty going to talk about the bombshell that LeBron released about McDavid and what the others are going to do?
I didn't see
it.
PJ,
you got to fill us in on this LeBron thing.
Show your work, please, PJ.
I just checked out LeBron's Twitter, and I don't see anything over there. Are you messing with us?
Pagnata's been texting me.
Maybe there's something in his article for The Athletic today, but I don't have access to The Athletic.
I got rid of The Athletic.
I didn't see that as well. Anyway, if you want to chime in, let us know what it is, man. We'll certainly discuss.
Yeah.
Who impressed you the most on the Oil last night?
Vasily Podkolzin.
I thought Podkolzin was that answer too. I thought that burst he had on that goal.
Great.
My God.
First move. Like when he picked
out of a cannon.
I think Lazan took a bad step and Podkolzin saw a seam and hit it pretty hard. And he had Anderson chasing him. Obviously, he drew the penalty, but he was able to tuck that one in. I'm liking Savoie. This guy, he's turning into a player here. Not that we didn't expect him to, but it's reassuring to see. I think that's one of the few moves that this regime of Jackson and Bowman have made where you're like, yeah, okay, they've got something there. Murphy, like that looked good yesterday, and there were some nice signs, but
limited minutes for Doc. But when he was out there, I thought he knew what was up. Like, I think he knows what he's supposed to do.
Now, Murray McCourt was on Hangout with us, and he's watched Doc in the last 2 years in Chicago, and he said that Doc would have probably ended up in Rockford with the farm team by season's end. Yeah, he was a scratch in 7 of the last 11 Hawks games when he was still part of that organization. Tough indicator. That's a bad indicator. Basically, the way Murray summed it up, it was the Hawks getting rid of a contract. And one thing that Murray said about Stan Bowman's tenure as Blackhawks GM is he seemed to go back to guys that he had a rapport with previously and trade for them. And lo and behold, he has maintained that tendency with Edmonton.
Yeah.
Regula, Murphy. I don't know if he would have drafted Doc. Who else did he go back to that he had a relationship with? Anyway, I was like,
Colton Dog was drafted in 2021.
Was he still the GM then? Was that the end of his run?
No, because he had a 2-year ban.
Yeah.
We have to talk about that. He had a 2-year ban. 2021. Let's see here. May 2021. They hired the investigation.
So he might have picked Doc.
I think he probably did, but somebody will correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah. And he had his brother anyway. Right?
Yeah. Let's let me see here. When did this?
So there's that.
Yeah, he resigned as president of hockey ops and GM on October 26, 2021. So he did draft. He would have drafted Colton Doc as well. So yeah.
Dipping back into the well. I mean, and then there was like Murray brought up trading Panarin for Brandon Saad to get him back. Whoops.
He did like Brandon Saad, didn't he?
He sure
Thought
did.
They were kind of missing Saad.
Did you notice Brandon Saad yesterday with Vegas? Because I didn't.
No, I did not. Not once, actually.
I saw him on the bench.
Yeah. Pizza Boy has LeBron. There's a quote from LeBron on McDavid. If the Oilers flame out in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs this spring, I can't discount how McDavid will feel about that, about the team's ability to win, and about his place in it, claimed LeBron. The most likely scenario is waiting till the summer of 27 to revisit his future.
Yeah.
But I can't dismiss what the disappointment of a first round elimination might change.
So speculation from Pierre, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically, he's just saying that if they get eliminated in the first round this year, he's not saying McDavid's gone or McDavid's going to request a trade. He's saying that, things will start to be evaluated next summer, I guess.
That makes sense.
From McDavid's camp, which is exactly what you would probably
that's logical.
Think would happen with Connor McDavid.
Yeah. Listen, he only gave them 2 years at a discount, obviously, or his same rate from before. If things are going in a poor direction, which they could, then, the last half of his career, he might feel it's better to play it elsewhere. Basically,
he said, where is it here? Andy ZYEG over on the YouTube chat says, my understanding is that most likely scenario is that McDavid was given the Oilers this season and next season to try and win a championship. And then it was decision time again in the summer of 2027, which is when he would be eligible to start signing his. I mean, This is nothing. This is a nothing burger.
Yeah.
So in 2027, that's not this summer, but next summer, which would be the summer before his final year on the deal, he's going to start considering his future. Wow. I'm stunned. So that's about it.
PJ, that's not really what did he call it? Like earth shattering or?
No, it's anybody in the world would have said that's probably what happens.
Logical.
I mean, the only way that wouldn't happen is if the Oilers somehow probably win a Stanley Cup next year. And then McDavid's like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to say, but even at that point, if I'm Connor McDavid, I'm still going to evaluate what it's going to look like moving forward starting next summer.
Yeah. I would too. I mean, I'm looking at how they're doing things right now and going, ugh. I think if I was him, I'd be taking a peek.
As Duck Dad says, breaking, someone on an expired contract will weigh options, which is basically what we're talking about there.
Thank you, Duck Dad. Summed it up nicely.
Yes. How about Frederick's goal last night, buddy?
All right.
He's heating up.
Good. This is nice.
That was the type of goal I expected him to score 20 times this year.
You betcha.
In the crease. Bang one in.
Yeah, should have buried the first shot, but that's okay. Made the most of the second one. He's been good since the Olympic break. This has been nice progress, and hopefully it continues and it steamrolls and builds momentum, and he continues to be a guy that they can rely on in the bottom six. And now he's got a couple other big bodies down there that can help him bang and crash, and he seems to be able to be physical, which is great, and let's see if it continues on because they need him to be Trent Frederick of a couple of years ago that was potting 17 and 18 goals, being a physical presence for the Boston Bruins because really in his entire time as an Oiler outside of the last couple of weeks has not done it. But nice to see. Good. Very nice. Simple hockey. Up and down the ice, hit people, throw punches when you need to, score a goal here or there.
Szymanski between... Now, Henry took that puck off the kneecap against Carolina, right?
I like.
But what do you think about Szymanski, Doc, and Frederick as like a fourth line come playoff time?
I like it more than Henrique, Doc, and
I think that's fair. I don't think that's bad. Yeah.
Now, I don't know how it'll go with Colton Doc. He only played 5:05 yesterday. Picked up his first point on that Frederick goal as an Oiler. That's great. Obviously they want to give him an opportunity. If he takes advantage of it, then great. But Murray was talking about watching him during his time again with the Blackhawks, and he said, you'd see some good flashes, and then he'd go away. And Murray was talking about maybe him not even being a guy that was on the roster and sent down in the Hawks organization by year's end. I don't know much about Colton Doc outside of he's a local guy that's Kirby Doc's brother and was a second rounder and has played parts of 2 seasons in the NHL. He's big. He can play mean. I like that. I like how he was chirping the Golden Knights after they scored on them. So
that was good.
See how it goes.
Nice to see a guy with a little bit of an edge.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. He has a fresh opportunity to assert himself and make himself a bigger part of a new organization. Like, I'm not going to judge him on what he did in Chicago or what he didn't do. Let's see how he handles this opportunity with the Oilers and go from there. And so far, so good. He had a post against Carolina the other night. And
wide open post too. And that's when you want to see him bury. But yeah. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. It is the Boston Pizza Oil Stream. Tommy Gazzola will be live on Thursday at Boston Pizza Westgate on 170th. The old stomping grounds. Rolling back in there once again. That should be a good time. When were you there? You were on
2 Saturdays
28th?
ago. Yeah, Gager and I were there. It was a really good
That
turnout.
looked like a good time.
You guys were in Mexico.
We were in Mexico, yeah.
People were messaging us via the chat and the inbox. And we actually got a decent turnout from some of the nasties that came out on that Saturday afternoon. Tony wanted to confirm you got your new Boston Pizza.
It is on my desk. It is on my desk, Tony. Thank you very much.
Yes, it's great.
I like it. It looks good.
It's a nice
I like
mug.
it a lot. Yeah, that's nice. Thank you, Tony. Still not getting yourself out of horrible bets in the future, but thank you for the... So, you'll be there for pre and big game, too, obviously.
Yeah, that's going to be the Dallas one. And then it's Friday against St. Louis, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be the Thursday game. And then March 26th, Clairview, Boston Pizza.
Excellent. Good to be back at Clairview.
That's Golden Knights again, I think.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Because then April 8th, the Golden Knights are here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. So, good. We're back on location, hopefully getting going, heading into the postseason. And this is the best time of year for hockey, in my opinion.
This is a nice time down the stretch for sure. If you want to join Tommy, Thursday, Westgate Boston Pizza, just north of West Edmonton Mall, right there with the Italian Center and Wayne's, right in that corner. Firehouse is there. A bunch of our EST partners are there, and Curtis and Tony be ready for you and get out for what could be a pretty big game. Let's tie that into this one. Dive into your Popeye spicy headlines here. If you're looking for a bite to eat for lunch, 3-piece bone-in chicken, just $8. Marinated for 12 hours, hand battered. You're going to absolutely love it. If you haven't tried Popeyes yet, you are 100% missing out. T-Rev says, hi, gentlemen. All season long, I've been waiting to say, okay, now we're going to put some wins together. Last night felt better in terms of defending, except for that Bush giveaway. That's him saying it, not me. Calm down. It was in brackets. I said, except for that Bush giveaway. Can they turn the corner, in your opinion?
Defensively?
I mean, I think he's asking about stringing some wins together as like a team. So in general, can they?
Yeah.
What is turn a corner though? What are we talking turn a corner, win the division? Are we talking turn a corner, just playing better defensively?
Right. I think this week maybe tough sledding. Next week, starting on Friday against St. Louis, absolutely get St. Louis, Nashville, San Jose, Florida, and then a tough one against Tampa at home on the 21st. But yeah, I mean, even if you surprise Colorado or Dallas in one of these next two, I think that would be tremendous and maybe gets the confidence up and maybe they do defend better. Big Uke pointed it out that Mitch Marner got the assist on the Eichel goal last night because he hit the puck. Bouchard and him went for the puck at the same time, and it looked like Bouchard was going to pass it there anyway. So Big Uke, I hear you.
Bush was bobbling it around there. He's usually very good with the puck.
He should have just chipped it back to the other corner. Anyway, but it's a split second, and Marner's an elite offensive player, although he didn't have a particularly. He had a couple assists last night.
His third star,
yeah,
on the NHL, or second star on the NHL, third star on the Sportsnet broadcast.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We had that discussion last night too. People are like, well, where are you guys seeing this 3 stars of the game? The broadcast picks their own.
I liked the broadcast last night better than the NHL.com ones. They were better because they went Ingram, Podkolzin, Marner.
That makes sense.
NHL.com went Draisaitl, Marner, McDavid.
Yes. And it says who selected it on the NHL website. The ones that the NHL have, those are the official 3 stars of the game. It's on the game sheet.
Who selected on the NHL was it?
Yamava Resort and Casino, which is in California. That's the only Yamava I could find because I was like, who the hell picked these 3?
What?
Yes. It says as selected by Yamava, Yaamava. And it's
not somebody doing like a Yamama joke?
I don't know how Yamava as a resort and casino would pick it out. Maybe they had bizarre. Like a vote there.
Is that not like the 3 stars are sponsored by them? Or is that?
No, it says selected by.
That seems kind of weird.
Go look at it. You got to go to the game summary, right? It's like part of the official game sheet. And I'm opening it right now. 3 stars by Yamava. And I opened up on Google Yamava Resort and Casino. You can get
you gotta stop saying that.
You can get in there for a cool $814 tonight.
$814?
Yeah.
To get into Yamava
Resort and Casino.
Well, but somebody at the resort is picking the stars? This doesn't make any sense.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Seems like an error of some sort.
It's in San Bernardino, California. 24/7 gaming destination featuring slots and table games plus restaurants and nightly live music.
A Vegas thing through NHL.com.
Yeah. Because I remember here they used to do. Do you remember at games they would give us the little sheet of paper and you'd pick the 3 stars and we'd have to hand it back in the last
long time ago
6-7 minutes. They'd tabulate them, so overtime never counted. Yeah, and that's how you. It was a good way to do it. It would be as selected by the media, right?
Yeah,
and then I think as part of one of the broadcast deals, the Sportsnet a lot of times gets to just pick the 3 stars or Hockey Night Canada or whatever. But yesterday in Vegas, Yamava selected the 3 stars.
Well, I thought they were
terribly
a bad
picked.
3 stars on NHL.com. Sportsnet did a better job with the 3 stars.
100% agree.
Last night. As far as T-Rev has followed back up.
Okay.
In the whole, can they turn a corner? He says, I kind of just mean winning some consecutive games.
Yeah, and then T-Rev, in a roundabout way, finally figured that out. I think it's possible, especially if they cut down on the goals against and they get better defense from the blue liners. And
they've only won 3 in a row once all year, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which sounds crazy to say this is 64 games, and we're sitting here going, yeah, I mean, maybe they can win 3 in a row down the stretch. Like, that's insane.
I know, but it's very indicative of this team this year and what they've been. It's part of their identity. Riley Broder says, what is Tommy saying about my mother? Yamava. Resort and casino.
That's what it sounds like.
I know, and it's very cheap. $814 a night there. It's crazy.
All right. Continuing with your Popeye spicy headlines. Tommy, you see online and the Knoblock conversation. I know there's some people online who already want him fired.
Yes.
Anyway.
Oh, I saw that yesterday in the chat.
If they lose, and they will be underdogs against Colorado and Dallas.
Yeah.
That will only get ramped up if he messes with the ice time.
Right.
That's going to piss people off. But there's still no way it happens, right?
This year, I don't think so.
Like
unless things go completely sideways.
Like what if they get crushed by Colorado and Dallas? Like let's say they lose to, they already got crushed by Colorado once this year.
And Dallas.
Once this year.
They've
been smoked by both of these teams already. Yeah. What if they get smoked by them both again this week? Do you think something could possibly happen?
Who are you putting back behind the bench?
Well, a lot of people say you just hire Pete DeBoer.
Of course.
If he wants to come. I mean, he'd probably be okay with getting a crack at it.
Would you rather go to LA or Edmonton if you were Pete DeBoer? Because I know I'd go to LA in a heartbeat.
I mean, I think it would probably be easier for you to operate on a day-to-day basis.
Oh, really?
With the Los Angeles Kings.
I think that your instincts are razor sharp.
Yeah, What if they just said, Knob, you're out of here, Coffee, you're a coach for the rest of the year?
Okay. Then I'd be like, well, this team's in big trouble. And if I'm reading the tea leaves from what Pierre LeBrun's saying, I'm like, uh-oh. That's how I would look at that hypothetical scenario.
Where do you come out on this, everybody? 780-218-9999. Like, are you in, like, I think the whole, I don't want to say, oh, your opinion's wrong, everybody. But I think the whole fire Knoblock at any point between now and the end of the season is one of the stupidest things that I've ever heard. Now, you can convince me otherwise, I guess. Convince me otherwise that you're going to make a coaching change in mid-March with a month left in the season, and that's going to change everything going on here. I don't think that's how you should operate this thing. But
I'll respond to that thought with certainty that it's not going to change everything if you just replace Knoblock. I'll tell you that much. With how things have gone behind the scenes. No. And how bad does it look that he has 3 years that kick in next season?
I wouldn't even put it in a list of top 5 most embarrassing things for the team over the last 20 years.
That's sad, but true.
Really? I mean, the guy has a ton of money.
Yeah.
He's just going to have to pay more.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a lot of more embarrassing things.
But it's a terrible sign if they were to move on from Chris Knoblock that you just signed, you just got him extended, and then less than a season into or less than 82 games into the year, you're going, well, let's get rid of this guy. Oh, by the way, he has 3 years left on his deal. Who are we going to get to coach? Oh, let's bring back Paul Coffey. I didn't get the sense that he was super excited to be here when I talked to him last week. It was nice to see him. Had a great chat. That guy's hilarious, but there's some bad juju flowing, it feels like.
Douglas from Red Deer says KK is a junior coach. He has no clue what he's doing.
Okay. I mean, he's only been to 2 Stanley Cup finals.
I mean, the only thing he knows is coaching a team 2 Stanley Cup finals so far.
Yeah.
I think you're probably taking it like Douglas. I would like make a case that doesn't involve calling a guy who's been to 2 straight Stanley Cup finals a junior coach. You know, like to me, you're almost sort of name calling him as opposed to laying it out properly.
He was also an assistant for 2 organizations in the NHL. So he hasn't been a junior coach for a while. His last year coaching junior was 2016-17. He's been in the NHL and AHL ever since. That's coming up on 10 years here.
Like even last night online, I saw a lot of people not happy that, you know, they need to produce more offense. And I'm like, guys, we've been sitting here for a month talking about how they're hemorrhaging goals.
Yeah.
They win a hockey game against a division rival that they're trying to track down by playing relatively strong defense outside of a blemish late that led to a shorthanded goal.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, you know, I thought people would be really happy with how that game panned out. They won what was kind of a tight defensive game against a division rival and a team that they'll probably have to play somewhere in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still people were like, well, Knoblock's not managing this guy right, and this guy right, and this guy right. I'm like, and I saw somebody else say he's neutered their offense. And I'm like,
what?
Yeah. Well,
they're like top 5 in goals per game.
It neutered their offense.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just think to do that right now.
Just hang on a sec. I gotta. They hit the over in goals per game, like 12 or 13
games in a row. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were all like a minimum of 7 or 8 goals. Their last 4 games, there were 9 goals scored in each one prior to last night, which still had what? 6.
See, Douglas from Red Deer says, majority of players have regressed under him. Look it up. they've gone to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals. Like, if you're just looking at this year, or you're just going to put all of their problems this year on the coach and not a team that basically goes through it. Like, at some point, you got to look at the core, and I'm not just hanging this on McDavid and Draisaitl, but the McDavids, the Draisaitl, the Nuges, the Nurses, these guys, and go, every 2 years, they give you a new coach.
Yeah.
And you come all of a sudden with a new coach, you're great for 6 months.
Yep.
And then the whole thing just we're saying all the same stuff that we were saying about the final days of Woodcroft and the final days of Tippett and the final days of Todd McClellan. Like, if you're just going to do the same thing over and over and over again, why would you expect any different results? Like, I'm not sitting here saying Knoblock's been brilliant all year. There's some things that he does that I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't know. I feel like it would be like they're going to the playoffs.
They should.
They're going to be in the playoffs.
They score 3.55 goals per game. That's third in the NHL, by the way.
But he's killing them offensively.
He's neutered them offensively, is what I'm hearing.
But then last night they play a good defensive game, get less than 19 shots on goal, and people are like, "Well, you got to get the offense going."
That's one game.
They scored 4 goals.
Yeah.
Like, it's just it's at the point where a lot of people won't be happy no matter what Knoblock does.
Yes, I think that's what we gather.
And then you're just going to start over again
with
another coach.
The parallels in the themes that have come up with Knoblock and what he doesn't do well are very similar to the knock on Woodcroft at the end of his tenure, like you said. Same with Tippett at the end of his tenure. Same with McClellan at the end of his tenure. Tip, basically, that was it for coaching for him. He was in his 60s. Woodcroft ended up in Anaheim behind the bench as an assistant. Couldn't get another head coaching gig. And then Todd McClellan has the Detroit Red Wings on the up and up, finally, in the Iser plan or whatever we're calling it. And then they also brought in Ken Hitchcock briefly, which was just, he's done. He's not coming back to coach. It's the same rinse and repeats. Same rinse and repeat. I'm like, well, I remember when we were talking about this 3 years ago about Jay Woodcroft, and 5 years ago about Tip, and 7 years ago about McClellan. It's a good point. Any diddle.
Reed in the chat says, Dusty, 1 goal was an empty netter. How hard is it to score without a keeper? Reed, go away. Reed Wilkins show from 3 to 6 today on TuneIn, on iHeart, over on YouTube as well. If you're watching on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. I do want to talk about Matty Savoie here in a second, but
yes,
let's get to a few more texts. This one comes from Andrew the accountant. It says, firing Knobs would be so stupid. It's hard to coach stupid when stupid doesn't listen. He's made it to back-to-back finals. What are we talking about? This organization is beyond dysfunctional. I can't wait till Stoff is the GM, and I'll put this team behind me forever. That's in from Andrew the accountant.
Nice text
this morning.
Yeah,
Eden says, hey, boys, has a coach ever been fired after the trade deadline?
Yes. We went over this. Not here. George Burnett was fired in the 94-95 season, which was lockout shortened. I think it was like 34 or 35 games in, and then Ronnie Lowe took over. Robbie Fedoruk was let go by the Devils, and it was Larry Robinson who took over. Was that
Robinson came in for like 8 games or something?
He was already an assistant.
Yeah, he was.
He
moved up, yeah.
And they had a good team that was having success that year. So there must have been issues and turmoil with Robbie Fedoruk that led to his demise at that time of the season. But other than that, it doesn't really happen very often. But it has happened. So the answer to the question would be yes to that text. The closest thing here would be George Burnett in 94-95.
Dr. Ed Burnett taking them to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals?
No, he was a first-time head coach and wasn't particularly well-liked.
So a slightly different situation.
According to Joaquin, who was on that team at times in the season. Yeah.
Dr. John is in and says, why would you go out and get DeBoer when Knoblock beat him in the Western Conference Final 2 years in a row?
That's a good point.
I do got a lot of time for Knoblock versus Gully conference final.
That would be a tremendous storyline.
Hey, so the Oilers take care of business against Dallas a couple years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And then their assistant coach leaves, becomes the head coach of the Stars, and the Stars beat them in a conference final.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an indictment on management as much as it is on Knoblock.
It certainly is.
I would think. Anyway, that was a good text, Dr. John. I thought that was pretty good.
Well done.
Bruins fan Chris says, nope, Dusty, you're wrong. The Coilers are going to miss the playoffs.
Bruins fan Chris, continuing. Are you listening in class still?
I don't see them. Look, I've been pretty critical of the Oilers so far this year. Mind you, I called it at the beginning of the year. I said there was going to be a step back. But I've also been saying for the last 2 months, they're still going to get to the conference final. Like, I still think they get there. So for them to say they're not going to make the playoffs, I really, to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad I'm off this week to go to LA, because if they lose to Colorado and Dallas, you guys are going to have fires to put out
it's funny,
everywhere.
It's hilarious.
It's kind of funny to me. But then, they'll go smoke St. Louis and it'll be okay. They're just really lucky their division is awful this year. I mean, they really are.
And they're a product of their division. They've added to the softness of their division, certainly. I am at the point now where I've been through this with this team for so long, coming up on 20 years, which is crazy. I don't put out the fire, Dusty. I let those babies burn.
Just let it get going.
Sometimes I even stoke them.
The Gourd father says both superstars called out coaching in the last 12 months. He will be fired in the offseason regardless of the result, pending a cup. Deployment, nuclear option, no ice time for other players. Many players who left calling his lack of rollout for other players. Gord, you know who you're describing? Every coach that's coached McDavid and Draisaitl.
I was thinking the same thing.
Every coach. You just described every coach.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, you got to sit here and go, a hockey coach is going to play McDavid and Draisaitl a lot. They all have.
Yeah.
That's how it's worked. I was chatting, we were just BSing about this. But Noodles was just like, put Daryl Sutter in there.
Oh,
he didn't mean it.
Yeah,
but he said that style of Sutter from the Kings days, where he doesn't care who you are.
Yeah.
You're playing 18 minutes a game. That's how it's going to work. He's like, Daryl Sutter wouldn't care what Connor McDavid has to say or anybody. He's like, that's the style of coach he thinks the next coach would have to be. It was a comparison. It wasn't Sutter off the farm in his 70s to come coach this team. But he brought that up, and I was just like, I mean, at some point you have to sit here and go, if we're having the same conversation about coaches every 2.5 years, maybe it's not the coaches. It's the same thing about the goalies. Goalies come here to die. Why is that?
Weird, right?
I think it's the same thing over and over and over again. Oh, man.
I don't know what to say. I'm enjoying this. This is wonderful. I've said these things and people are like, you don't know. Maybe I don't. But here we are. 780-218-9999. And yeah, lots of good comments over on the YouTube chat as well, and we'll try to get to some of those. I like this one from 83 Runner. Sutter. Connor McDonald's. I don't know who that is. Well played, sir. Well played.
Boy. All right, let's switch this conversation. They won last night, everybody.
Yeah, they did.
They won last night. They won last night.
I think it was a good win.
And they did. Look, Ingram made some good saves, but he didn't have to stand on his head.
No.
He wasn't extremely busy.
Yeah.
They won last night and played one of their better defensive games in a month, which is what everybody had been hoping to see.
Yeah.
So they don't need to fire the coach. So there's that. What is peak Matty Savoie in the future? What do you think? What do you think that kid
Great
becomes?
Question. Like a second line winger that is a little buzzsaw. You can see he's forechecking well. He digs in. He plays bigger than he actually is. I could see him being like a 50-point guy. You know, it gets confidence. Maybe he bulks up a little bit. I don't know. But I am very encouraged with his rookie year. And what's great, too, is as the season has gone on and the level of play, as it does every year, rises, his game is doing the same.
Yes.
And he's becoming more effective and noticeable in a positive way. This guy is turning into a player, and he gets praise from his coach, however long the coach lasts here. Just to allude back to some of the
I'll say
texts.
this, the next coach is going to love Matty Savoie.
Probably going to like him because he went and worked on his two-way game last year in Bakersfield, had a tremendous season, all-star, showed he was ready here from day one of camp, has been solid. Yes, the offense wasn't there initially, but it has gotten better and better and better, and he's become trustworthy.
And the offense is there with
and
this
now
guy.
it's there. And I'm very encouraged by him. I know he's diminutive. I know he's not the biggest, strongest guy, but I think he's a very effective player. When the puck gets on his stick, he makes something happen with it most times. He provides a positive impact to this team, and I hope that can be sustained and it continues to blossom. I like Matt Savoie, the player, very much. Very much. I'm highly encouraged, and I hope it continues. And he was elite offensively in junior.
Yeah.
He was elite offensively in his first pro year.
I know it's not going to happen here while this core group's together, but that dude should be getting power play time. Like, I know they'll get, like, he'll sprinkle in on PP2, but he's very heady off it. Like, he's smart.
Heady, that's a
he's
good term.
Very smart offensive player. And there's no role for him on PP1 here, so we're very rarely going to see him there. But to me, Savoie could already be a 50, let's say next year. Let's say next year they just play him with Leon. And he plays with Leon, and he gets a sprinkling of PP2 time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on your penalty kill. And I know some people are like, Leon could win the Selke one day. But Savoie is already so much better defensively than pretty much I think he's better defensively than Nuge already too. Like, I think Savoie has
quicker.
a defensive conscience that allows him to become one of the best two-way players on this team over the next couple of years. And if he can just ride shotgun with Leon, he could put up 50 points, be one of their best defensive forwards. And then eventually, if something were to open up on a top power play unit, I mean, he could be a 60 point guy. At least. Like, he's that good offensively. You're not going to see it yet, but as it continues to come, I do think he can produce for you consistently if given the opportunity. And the thing that I think you have to like about him is that now some people will debate this because of certain levels of ice time, but like, I think he has earned his coach's trust.
Yeah.
To the point where now they'll hopefully start to give him more ice time, more offensive opportunity, because I think he'll make the most of it. He's an extremely skilled dude. So, and he's so good defensively already at this young age. So he's a keeper, man. I think in a perfect world, he ends up being a second line winger who eventually you can find some more power play time for.
Do you think it's good that he hasn't had a explosive rookie season points wise, that next year, if there is the sophomore slump, people are going, oh, he's no good? Because 25 points in 64 games, I think, is respectable.
Yeah.
And it also seems like it would entice him to build on his offensive numbers next year. And it's a real, like, say he finishes with like 30 points. Let's say he gets 5 points in the last 18. I think he'll get more. So maybe even 35 points this season. He looks at that and goes, you know what? I think I can get to 45 next year. And it just progressively builds,
Just
as opposed to
progresses,
having, boom, great rookie year. Can he do it again? And then he has a step back season in his second year. And then you go, well, what's he going to be in his third year? And it's like, I like this progression where it's like, got better as the year went on, didn't fade away as the play got tougher and better, and then still finished with like 30 to 35 points. Maybe he has a good showing in the playoffs. And then next year, he's hungry to set new career highs, prove that he can play more minutes, take on more responsibility and builds his career and his game that way. I would be encouraged by that. So I look at the 25 points and I'm like, that's not bad. And then, wherever he finishes, I think next year sets a relatively attainable goal points-wise in surpassing. And then if his focus stays on playing a good 200-foot game, you got a hell of a player that's burgeoning. Outside of rather than being a flash in
burgeoning, I like that.
Rather than being a flash in the pan, you're like, what's he gonna be? And I like the way he's tracking in his career.
Couple of comments on Savoie. Hampton Steve Texan at 780-218-9999 says, as Nuge gets older, I could see Savoie slowly taking over for him on either or both of the special teams.
Yeah, sure.
And he could patrol that spot that Nuge kind of has down on that side, right?
Absolutely.
That's a shooting spot for him as a righty.
Who sent that in?
Hampton Steve.
I'm with you.
And then the other side of it, Vandalay VP over on YouTube says Savoie is probably our best trade bait to lock in a cup in the next 2 years.
I'd rather keep him.
Yeah, I was going to say you would have to get a pretty significant piece for me to move Matt Savoie out in a deal.
Yeah.
Like somebody who's under control for a long time, somebody who also is only in his mid to late 20s.
Yeah. Suits the type of team like you're trying to build.
A right shot D-man. I'm not trading Matt Savoie for a third line center.
No.
Like that would just be dumb.
That would be poor asset management.
But I like him. And it's been a nice bonus for them to actually have this kid continue to develop and start to feel better about things here as we work our way through the season.
I'm laughing at a text. Luke in Cowtown. May I?
Luke in Cowtown.
Or do you want to read it? It made me laugh.
You can hit it.
It made me chuckle. Tom, what are you talking about? Savoie plays in Edmonton. If he doesn't get 80 points next year, the fans will want to trade him for a bag of pucks. Well played, sir. If I had the ding on the board, I would be hitting that or clapping. Let's dive. It's the oil stream presented to you by Boston Pizza. Let's dive into the numbers game for Play Alberta. Vasily Podkolzin. Oh, baby. Buries another one. Yes, sir. How many does he have to score to be a top 6 forward in your mind? Don't. Like if he gets 18 goals, would you say top 6 forward? I'd say middle 6. Now he's a middle 6 already. Right? Yeah. Listen, that goal he scored against Carolina I thought was fantastic. The play he made yesterday and got the goal, also great. I'm very encouraged by him. He plays an honest game. They traded for a solid NHLer who's been a pleasant surprise. He's found his niche on this team. Yes, well, most of the time it's in the top 6, and generally he doesn't let them down. Good. I'm happy about this. I at no point have ever hated him. I just thought, you know what? He's more of a bottom 6 type of guy, but he's taken his opportunity and making the most of it and been a pleasant surprise. So this is great. But the over-under on how many goals or points to make him or me say he's a top 6? Top 6, yes, on this team. Lots to like about his game, and I appreciate what he does. He makes this team better. So this has been one of the other. He's already exceeded expectations. Yeah, he's exceeded season-long expectations already. Absolutely. Rip City Step probably wants me to say it. So does Andy Z. Top 6 player indeed on this team. You'll never not add on this team in there. Oh, career high in goals. Yes. That's why it's your numbers game for Play Alberta. Yes. Career high in goals. He'd already hit his career high in points, but that 15th goal last night surpasses the 14 that he had as a rookie in the previous 3 seasons. Between that 14-goal season and this 15-goal season, he had 12 total goals over those 3 years, split between the AHL and the NHL in Vancouver, and then obviously the NHL here. So he's going to double his goal total from last year. And, he started to pop a little bit in the playoffs last year. He only had 3 goals, but he had 10 points in 22 games in the playoffs last year. And it was a good piece. It was a positive step, I think, for him. That's your Play Alberta numbers game here on the Oil Stream. We do have a 3-game. We have a couple plays up
over at Play Alberta. Play Alberta, title sponsor of everything we do here at Edmonton Sports Talk. So what is this? Benny's Afternoon Delight.
What?
Why don't we start doing that? I like that.
I want to sprinkle today.
Benny's Afternoon Delight. Blue Jackets to win by 2 goals. It's boosted to plus 173. That's against the Kings. Jay's play of the day is up. Ottawa to win by 2 goals. He's loaded this one up. Ottawa to win by 2. Stützle, Cousins, and Batherson all to have a point. That's boosted to plus 540. Don't hate it, actually. The grandest parlay, Wrexham AFC and Hull City both to score. Dylan Cousins point, Dylan Gunther point, and Memphis Grizzlies minus 1.5. That's plus 770. The Lock Shop partner parlay that Huss and I put together on our last show, the Lock Shop. Senators to win by 2. Capitals and Flames under 6.5. And the Blue Jackets to win plus 496. And then our early bird bet earlier today, Senators to win in regulation. And Timmy Stützle, who's been absolutely on fire as of late, to get just 1 point. That's plus 105. So we got a ton of options today. Go to playalberta.ca. Even when the Oilers aren't playing, we have that EST specials page populated with options, and you can ride with us over there. Or download the Play Alberta app as well.
I'll be riding with you guys. I like the confidence from you and Huss on the partner parlay today. I'm encouraged by Benny's play of the day, his Afternoon Delight. Jay's play of the day looks all right. And
Jay's play of the day is pretty good value for, like, the Sens put out 7 on Seattle.
Yeah.
Like, they're cooking right now.
They're cooking.
And the Canucks suck. And this is a huge 2 points to wrap up this road trip for Ottawa. I could see them putting the hammer down. And if they do, Stützle, Cousins, and Batherson all to get a point, and the Sens to win by 2 at plus 540.
Yeah.
Use your game sense. Use your game sense. I don't know if I necessarily was using my game sense with the size of the wager I put on the old early bird bet today.
Did you actually?
Sens to win in regulation and 1 Stützle point.
That's good.
Against the Canucks?
Yeah.
It's plus 105, so you'd just be like doubling your money.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you go to playalberta.ca, you can click on casino, sports, live dealer, lottery instance, and game sense there.
I'm going to sprinkle your early bird Sens bet. I'm going to put a little sprinkle on you and Huss because I like the confidence from you two today when I was listening. I'm going to ride with the Grand Est parlay with the DGen Den. And I'm going to hit Jay's play of the day. There we go. I'm only putting like $5 on each one.
Some of those would turn around pretty nice though, with the $5.
Yeah,
I hit a couple of them. All of a sudden, you're looking at like $60 or $70.
I just want the one.
So you got to be happy with that. All right, 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in.
There we go. Done.
So Vasily Podkolzin, just to get back to it here, somebody asked, a text came in. Rob from LA says, Pods with 1 less 5v5 goal than Connor and Leon. Is that for real? No, it's not for real. At least from what I'm looking at here.
He has more 5-on-5 goals than some pretty significant players who are having down years this year across the league.
If you were to just look, just at the Oilers, even strength goals, McDavid 24, Draisaitl has 18 and Podkolzin has 15.
That's pretty good.
Like Leon has scored 3 more even strength goals than Podkolzin so far this year. So,
what's up, Jay?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Is that game at 2? Yeah. All right. So if you want to get in on the that Jackets game, which is also in our Lock Shop partner parlay, Glue Guys just passed along to us that game starts at 2.
What happened to Piastri? Because that bet that we had got voided.
He crashed on like the lap. Not even the formation lap, like the lap going out to the grid.
No.
He crashed on it.
Wrecked the car?
Yeah, I was taken off.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that sucked.
Okay. I didn't catch that. I wasn't paying attention to F1. I apologize, but I was riding with that one because that was a screw it, let's do it, I think.
What happens against Colorado and Dallas, Tommy?
They get their ass kicked.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I don't think it's going to be like 8-1, 9-1.
If that's the case, I think they should fire the coach.
You and about 250,000 other people.
I was just kidding. It's not going to be as bad as it was.
No, I don't think so. I think it'll put up a good fight like they did against Carolina, but I don't think they get the wins.
I predicted a 1-1 trip, so I'm going to say in the regulation loss, they do get crushed, and then they put up a good fight against
1-1.
I'll say
1. They have 4 games on this trip.
Oh yeah, I was just looking at the next
first
3 because
okay.
I mean, they should beat St. Louis.
Yeah, they should. But I mean,
I was kind of looking at the first 3 here, like the Vegas, because it's a big game considering division rival, and then the other 2. And I said 1-1 in those 3 because it's like the 3 game stretch is going to be interesting, mind you. Let's say they go 1-2 in this first 3, and then you beat St. Louis and you manage to get a 500 road trip out of it. Yeah. Considering the opposition, you probably have to be okay.
Listen, man, Colorado and Dallas are juggernauts.
Yeah, they
Colorado especially.
I'm actually interested to see how the Oilers hold up against them. Can they find another level to their game?
We had text last night saying Colorado is a litmus test. I agree. Don't get your ass whooped.
What's coming up on EST afternoons there, Coob? What's happening here?
Well, we're in store for a good show, boys. We'll have highlights, lowlights of the Oilers game, recap the weekend overall. And Joe Yurden from the Bleacher Report will connect with us to talk about the Sabres and their playoff push, and Tim Harraney as well. And we also get to the Skrillers
F1 talk. Yeah, yes. You guys got lots going on then. I will be listening. I'm going down to, where'd you guys go for your downtown dining week?
We went to Campio. It was awesome.
Oh, that sounds like a good time.
It was very good.
We're going to Elf Furniture Warehouse this
You're going to love it. I like going there in the summer on a Sunday where I don't have to do anything. Yeah. Nice day, sit on the patio, maybe get a Corona on tap.
Oh, Eric's already there. He already texted Trev and I. We're not supposed to meet till 1:30. He goes, I'm here. I'm at the bar.
It's a good spot. You're going to love it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So we're going to go down and do that for Downtown Dining Week, which is now it starts on Wednesday, Downtown Dining Week. Join Tommy Thursday night. Boston Pizza, Westgate for the Oilers and the Stars. That should be a good time as well. Yep. That's going to do it for the Boston Pizza Oil Stream. Thank you for listening today. Thank you for watching today. Tell your friends about Edmonton Sports Talk. For Tommy Gazzola, I'm Dustin Nielsen. Take it easy.